So I'm going to be talking about the 3 persuasive examples that I found, and that I did the little examples and everything over, and so that's what I'm going to be talking about today. So we're going to start with the political example. So I chose FDR's 1933 inaugural address because he so famously says the line, the only thing we have to fear is fear itself, which is just very iconic and very telling, especially in today's day and age. He really used ethos to kind of build his trust as a leader, and he really used that credibility of him saying, you elected me as your president, I'm going to do this for you, here's what I've already accomplished so far, so here's what I am going to offer you. He uses pathos to just kind of put hope and resilience back into the American people, because we were just so depressed in that recession. It was just absolutely awful. So he really used that emotionality of being like, we can do this, we're together, that familiarity with the American people. And then he used logos by giving his logical reasonings and his policies on how he was going to change the economy, get it back to where it was, how he was going to get us out of this depression. And his goal was to unify the diverse nation and to inspire action. That was his primary goal. And he was very formal and very authoritative in this speech as well, just kind of getting his point across. The next thing we're going to talk about is the mass campaign example I used, which was the Chili's Big Smasher Burger campaign, with the tagline, relive your arcade glory days while smashing into bold flavors. And I just really like that because it used a lot of pathos to evoke the fun and the nostalgia feeling within people, while it used logos to highlight how the burger and stuff like that is just cheaper than the normal spick that you would find now these days. It's just better, and the quality and the value is better. They also say twice the size, twice the flavor. That's also a quote that they use. And they also use ethos. It's not as prevalent as the others, but it is used because Chili's is a trusted brand and reputation. And it really is targeted towards those more millennial, Gen Zer vibe because of the arcade games, and it just fits their vibe just a lot better. It kind of evokes that nostalgia and fun within them. And I thought the tone of this one was just kind of very casual, fun, nostalgic. The last one we're going to be talking about is my interpersonal example, and I chose to do a employee trying to convince their manager to let them do, or talking to their manager about letting them finally work from home. So they kind of might say, with their emphasizing their ethos, they would be like, I've worked at this company for so long, I've done this, yada, yada, yada. I think I kind of deserve to be able to work from home, building up that credibility of, I have this promotion, whatever. They also can use their pathos and kind of empathize with their manager, because that's who they're tailoring their message directly to. And so they can say, well, I know that, we've both been stressed with everything that's happening recently, but that's kind of how I've been doing it. And then they can apply logic by just kind of employing those statistics and facts, studies show, kind of things like that. But I thought all of these were very fascinating. I like how political appeals to more broader audiences. And then personal conversations are more kind of tailored and more empathetic and emotional, and I really like that as well. But each used the appeals very well, and I found it very fascinating to just kind of learn about all of them together. So I really did enjoy doing this and deep diving into what makes persuasion. So yeah, I had a great time.